E63. Today it's Tuesday, 13th of September. Okay, it's still here. The guys, they washed the area, they cleaned the belt, we installed back again the belt. Yesterday I had a test drive with the customer to see the car. That's okay. It was okay, it's fine. When we came back and we switch off the engine, it will start coming out from the power steering tank, the fluid. It's not something new, and I mentioned that before. I have seen that before and I have fixed that before, unfortunately. Alright, at the beginning there was a problem with the pipe, that they couldn't find 90 degrees hydraulic pipe. Alright, so then I told them, okay, weld one piece of aluminum on the tank to be straight there and use one small piece to make the connection. Fine. One second, don't forget, before I go there, let me show you. No, I'm gonna tell you, because it doesn't make any sense. One small pull yesterday, and the temperature, on the integer temperature, it was only for 1 gear. We pull only 1 gear, 75 degrees integer temperature, Celsius, alright? So, and it was night, it was not during the day, it was 7 o'clock in the afternoon, 7:30, something like that. It was not high noon, we was not in the traffic, it was just cruising around at 50-60 degrees integer temperature, and as soon as you push, not even full pull, we're talking about 2 seconds pull or 1.5 second pull, and the integer temperature is at 75 degrees Celsius. So it's not helping that does have methanol, but that's a different story. Okay, now let me show you the tank. I have shown you that before, I have done this before, it's not the first time. Wait. Alright, the tank, it's here. I put yesterday the welders to open it for me. If you remember, on the previous tank, don't go there, wait. From here is the feed, and before it was like that. Before it was like this, connected. So you see how small is the hole for the feed of the power steering pump, and see where it's ending up. What I said, cut completely this one, keep the 90 degrees, cut also this one, and join two 90 degrees, same diameter, same inner diameter pipe. And here obviously we're not gonna keep the pipe, the hole like this, we're gonna open this hole on these dimensions, as much as this one, to have enough feed, fluid feed, let us say, the power steering pump. Fine. Then, the oil return, it's located here. Alright, so that means if you fix the level here, it start coming foamy, it comes like a foam, the fluid inside. Why? Because it's coming back with so much pressure, and when you are opening it, you see that always has a bubbles, always has a foam. It's not about having air, the steering rack. No, don't start saying that. It's a Mercedes, okay? And you can see that easily by just changing, let us say, the original tank, and you empty all the system. If you put the fluid inside, you start it, you turn it off, you leave it to relax a little bit, the fluid inside, and then you finally fix the fluid level, you'll can see that's fine, it's okay. It's not like some other cars, some other fluids, some other power steering fluids, let us say, that you need to make a vacuum or you need to make different things. Not in this case, on the Mercedes. In this case, I have shown you that before, I don't know how many years before, I put on the video once, but I have done this more than once. The location where it is, sometimes you see it's down here and the pipe is here straight, alright, when it's on the other side. Now in this case they have modified and they have put it on different position. Fine. Let me get it. No, I don't want to get it inside the engine room. Yeah, or what are we gonna do now? Let me show you once again the same thing what I did a couple of years back, that I show you how it looks like the original power steering tank. This is the original power steering tank on the M56 engine. Fine, doesn't matter if it's an E-class or C-class. No, it matters, no, except if it has hydraulic, it's different. Okay, so that's what you get, that's what you have, alright? If you open it, you're gonna see that it has a screen. Alright, dang it, with one hand. There is this screen, forget about that, it's missing some pieces. Alright, and the return line, it's bringing the fluid here inside. you can see where's the hole here. All right, so this is a screen to filter the fluid, just in case. On the aftermarket you don't have this, forget about that. All right, so the fluid, it comes here inside, it's filtering the fluid, all right, through the screen, and then finally it comes back to the feed for the power steering pump. Now the feed has this curve here, this opening, it's supposed to have a screen here, it's supposed to have a screen here. Don't pay attention that's missing a screen. Fine. So it passes through this to the power steering pump. Fine. Now if it's running the engine and you open the cap here, dang it, you're not gonna see any waves, any bubbles inside, nothing, even while it's running the engine. All right, you're gonna see the level. Let us say when it's hot, you see maximum 80 degrees hot, all right, minimum and maximum for 20 degrees, minimum and maximum for 80 degrees. So let us say that we are maximum at 80 degrees, and so the operation temperature, the fluid, you put inside and you're okay. When you see inside, there is no waves, there is no turbulence, there is nothing, all right? It's just only, you can see only the fluid, nothing more, nothing less. Let me bring now the tank, the aftermarket tank. No, I'm not gonna get it inside the engine because it has metallic pieces. It's aluminum shavings, so I'm not gonna get it inside. Like I said, feed from here. Here they block it and they didn't clean it. This was just here inside, just now remove it, all right? That's the feed, that's the return. If the fluid level is lower, it will gonna create more bubbles inside. It's gonna make more foam, if you like. If you make it higher, when you're gonna warm up, you're gonna start escaping fluid from here. And that was the case. In one case, it was properly the level. Mr. John, he fixed properly the level. And when it expand the fluid inside, it will start coming out because this is more narrow. It's not so much wide to raise up, let us say, a little bit. It's gonna raise up more because it's thinner, obviously. In the other case, the fluid level was more down and it will start coming foam inside. So, what's the solution, you're gonna tell me on that? It's simple. First of all, I'm gonna relocate the return to be lower than the fluid level. That means the return, it should end up somewhere here. All right? It's gonna end up somewhere here, the return. So the fluid level, it's gonna be always fluid until this point. Then I'm gonna put a bracket here, not so like this, just to break, let us say, the pressure. It's gonna be one bracket there, and there will gonna be another one bracket at this point here. On the bottom bracket, there will gonna be a couple of holes. They're gonna be a little bit greater than the inner diameter of this pipe. That means we're gonna drill 6 millimeter holes, 4 or 5 holes. They're gonna be more than this, and gonna be welded here and here like that. This is to break the pressure, to hit, let us say, the pressure on the wall. This will gonna be full of fluid, obviously. All right, it's not gonna be completely closed. It's gonna be welded. The bracket is gonna be welded here. All right. So from this side, it's gonna have an opening. It's gonna have an opening to move the fluid, let us say, to remove the air, to don't trap any air in this corner here up. So the return, it's gonna push fluid inside. It's gonna hit the bracket. Then it's gonna go down, and then it's gonna escape from the holes that are gonna be created on the bracket that are gonna be at this point. And it's gonna just returning the fluid inside. That's the principle. I have done this so many times. Don't start saying on the comments, no, it has air the system. It doesn't have air the system. It's moving, the power steering pump, it's moving so fast the fluid that if it's nice and smooth and it's not coming foamy from the pressure, like this stupid design here, or the previous stupid design that was here the return and here the feed, all right, it does make sound. With some cars, you can get away. Don't ask me why. Maybe it was the old pump. The old pump, it doesn't care. The new pump, it cares. It makes sound. So by doing this, I have solved the problem. Not once, not twice. Fine, that's what I'm gonna do now. We're gonna have a test drive. We're gonna see if it is lifting up, let us say again, the fluid, if it's bubbling inside, if it has a foam, all right? And because it's more narrow, like I said, you're not gonna put it in a maximum at the operation temperature. We're gonna put it on a maximum for 20 degrees, not for 80 degrees. It should be a little bit lower, the power steering fluid. Just because when we're gonna start expanding, when we're gonna warm up the fluid, we're gonna expand, we're gonna raise more high again, because it's more thin. It's not so wide. I hope that I make myself clear. And that's the story. Now regarding the pulley, but like I said, when you're going with smaller pulley, you're gonna increase more the heat shock of the. You're gonna increase so much the integrator temperature. You're gonna go backwards. You're gonna have a power, let's say, a couple of seconds, and then forget it. Regarding the pulley, what he wants to do the customer, I don't know. Maybe we're gonna keep it as it is. I have no clue. So, and another thing, I don't remember right now. Also the alternator. Yesterday it was showing me 12.6 volts. It's not slipping the belt. It was clean. It didn't have any problem or something. It might be the alternator itself. The tensioner, it's correct. It's not fully deployed. It's not fully tight. It's okay. We're gonna see about the alternator. Yesterday when we had the test drive, yes, it was at 12.6 volts, but it was fine. It was not complaining. Air conditioner was working fine. Radiator fan was working fine. We didn't have any sign inside. Only when we came back at the garage and we switched off the engine, it will start coming out power steering fluid because of the bubbles inside. Actually, I opened the tank while I was running the engine, and you can see that it has so much bubbles inside. It has waves because it hits on the wall, like I said. And then as soon as you're switching it off, all these bubbles, it starts raising up. Once again, nothing new here. I'm just showing you what I'm gonna do to solve it. And you're gonna see in the next video, when we're gonna finalize with the tank, how it's gonna be. I'm not saying what to do to solve this one. It's been done that before. Alright, that's it. Small update for the E-Class. The car is ready. Yesterday the customer, he pushed it on comfort and it was slipping like hell, the transmission. In Sport Plus it was a little bit better, but again, it was not okay if you're asking me. I don't know how much life has the transmission, the clutches in general. We're gonna see. That's it, over and out. Let's move on. Let's start making a couple of brackets until they come, the welders, to prepare it. So when they come, they're gonna start welding for me. I have to open more the hole here. They have to weld it properly here to close it. Don't be like that, because here you see that been trapped some aluminum shavings, aluminum pieces. I don't want to stick nothing. I want to be, let us say, from inside as it is from outside. And you can sand it after that outside to be flush, to don't be like shit. I'm gonna increase the inner diameter here. I'm gonna open a hole here where it's gonna be the return. Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff like that. And then at the end, we're gonna put the cover and we're gonna weld it again. I told them to cut it right on the welds, to don't make it, let us say, more inside or more outside, to have a clear view. That's the story. Thank you.